The facilities at IAWAH are awesome. It's a huge 200-acre property with a large amount of beachfront. So the space is glorious. The cabins, the buildings, the gym, everything that they have there, they're continually updating them and upgrading them.
I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading camps and kids programs. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
Camp IAWAH stands out for us as a unique camp because, in one reason, the spiritual development that they have. They invest a lot of time and energy into the campers as well as into the staff from a spiritual growth standpoint, and looking at each kid from a camper to the crew program to the roots program and then all the way up on staff at those different levels and helping them grow where they are at those different age groups.
The activities that they have rock climbing, water skiing, hiking, crafts, swimming, canoeing, archery, a lot of different water sports. The children there's never a chance to be bored, and there's always lots of opportunities to learn different activities and be exposed to different things they haven't had a chance to before.
And probably the big thing that our boys talk about time and time again is the food at IAWAH. Through church and through other sort of opportunities, they've gone to some different camps on a retreat or this, that, or the other thing. And every time they compare the IAWAH food to whatever location they went to, and every single time it's, well, IAWAH food was better, and this is where their food was. And so the food at IAWAH is great, including how they accommodate those kids and campers and staff that have dietary restrictions. So volunteering sometimes in the kitchen, I've seen the list of the number of gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, vegan, lactose intolerant, all the different accommodations, and they will make sure that there's good tasting food for each of those accommodations.
Safe food. Yeah, safe food. And Rose's bread.
And the bread, so good.
Definitely something to write home about.
The facilities at IAWAH are awesome. It's a huge 200-acre property with a large amount of beachfront. So the space is glorious. The cabins, the buildings, the gym, everything that they have there, they're continually updating them and upgrading them. So they're good and great now, but they continually get better and better. The programming at IAWAH is awesome. Prime time is a great place for the kids to learn about Jesus, learn about the salvation message, as well as get to know the different songs, the worship songs that they might not be exposed to if they don't go to church, or the different churches that they might go to. Our kid, when he came home from camp, started to play those songs, put those songs on his Spotify playlist. And so that was something that was near and dear to our heart. In terms of how did we know that Camp IAWAH was the right fit for our kids? Well, IAWAH has been something that is near and dear to my heart since I started going there in the early 2000s as a staff. It was a place that gave me an opportunity to grow and develop for who I am as a human being, as well as who I am as a Christian in my faith. And so we feel and believe it's important for our kids to have that same opportunity. And that's why for us, IAWAH was that perfect place. As a family, collectively, we try to get up and volunteer as much as we can, whether it's at an open house or if there's a retreat going on, we might try and serve behind the scenes. And this has given our kids an opportunity to see IAWAH through different areas before they became campers themselves. And so that was an opportunity for them to see IAWAH, figure out what it was like, and get comfortable with it before the official day came.
We've seen personal growth in both of our kids since coming as campers to IAWAH. For example, our oldest has grown as a servant leader. Every summer camp week has both junior and senior camps where we were able to send our 11 and our 9-year-old simultaneously. the one summer, I guess it was last summer, they came home and Gavin was telling us about how one of the days Sawyer, his younger brother, was struggling to figure out an activity to do. And so Gavin took a bit of a leadership role in regards to his relationship with his younger brother, where he noticed him struggling, and then he took some time out of his day to help Sawyer with the decision of what activity to do and like the logistics around getting there, things like that. And we hadn't seen that leadership side of him before, that protective side of him. So that was really nice. I would also say in terms of confidence and independence in being there without us, and being able to make decisions on their own and meeting other kids that they'd never met before and trying new things. I think we talked about it before, but the confidence of being able to try new things, make mistakes, learn from their mistakes, and then trying again and then finally succeeding. And having that confidence gives them a sense of satisfaction, and just they're able to be proud of themselves because of what they have learned and what they've accomplished.
If you go to the IAWAH website, you can find out all the different opportunities and activities and open house type things that are coming up in the near future. For example, there is Thanksgiving weekend. I believe there's one in February coming up. The May long weekend is a big open house on the Saturday of it. And these are great opportunities for people that maybe are newer to camp or don't even know of camp and are very new. It's an opportunity for them to come see the property, see what it's like, especially the open house in on the May long weekend. They can do different activities that are there. The climbing wall is open, their archery is open. You get a tour of the property. You can see where your kid would be sleeping, and especially on the May long weekend, there's a barbecued lunch, and this is a great way to sort of sample some of that food that will be going on, that will be cooked, see what it looks like, and experience a little bit of IAWAH in a very quick snapshot.
The one thing that I know a lot of parents struggle with is wondering what your kid has been up to and whether they're having fun, whether they are feeling lonely, or whether they're feeling safe. So IAWAH uses an app called the Bunk One app, where it's a secure, password protected app you can put on your phone. And the week before your child goes to camp, they'll provide you with a password. When you log into the app, basically they have a photographer taking pictures of all the kids in it throughout the activities throughout the entire week, and every day uploading new photos of what they've been up to. So for the parent who is curious of what their child's been up to, they can see all the activities they've been up to and try to spot their child within those photos to get an update.
One of the most important things for kids to get when they come to IAWAH is an opportunity to see their creator in his creation. The beautiful property at IAWAH affords them that chance to see God's creation at its fullest. It's not paved roads, sidewalks, city lights. It's being out in the middle of the night sometimes when you're going to the washroom and you look up and you see stars that you've never seen before. The night sky at IAWAH is absolutely beautiful. Or it's during the day when you've just heard that primetime message talking about maybe it's the creation, maybe they're talking about Genesis, and you're walking around through the forest, you're seeing trees in a way that you don't get to see them in the city. And probably the most important thing that I appreciate is that disconnect from screens. It's stepping back from what is normal, what is everyday in our society now, and getting to a place of it's okay to not check your phone. It's okay not to play the latest, greatest video game every minute of the day. You can enjoy camp without having to be attached to something.
Our family has been going up to Iowa for years now. Tavis has been going up since he was in university as a counselor. When we started having kids, we were very quick to introduce them to Iowa, to the point where when we tell them now that we're going, they get very excited. They have a lot of fond memories of being there. As campers now, that they're old enough to be there for the week on their own, they just really look forward to going up. The staff are always very relational and caring. Our youngest one specifically, when he's been able to go to their day camp, he just attaches himself to the leaders because they're so caring, and they make all the kids feel special, and they make them feel like they belong and go out of their way to meet the emotional needs of the children where they are. They come home singing camp songs. They have endless stories about their experiences and their adventures. Gavin was very thrilled to be able to get up on the kneeboard this past summer in the water sports, something that Sawyer's looking forward to as well. Yeah, they just look forward to going up every time we tell them that they are going. And when they get to go for 2 weeks, that's even better.
Final thought I would share is send your kids to Iowa. It's something you won't regret. You will see the person they are when you sent them to camp, and you will be amazed at the person they are when you're picking them up. You're also going to get badgered day in, day out for the next while of, can I go back to camp? Can you sign me up for next year? Can we go again, please? And so just expect it and already have them signed up, and you'll be good to go. Sending your kid to camp is something you will not regret.
For more information about this program, you can visit their profile at OurKids.net.